Hi everyone. Today we're going to be reviewing how to represent fractions in different ways. We're going to start with the fraction 2/3. We've learned that we can show 2/3 of a whole, we can show 2/3 of a set. So let's start by showing 2/3 of a whole. First, pick a shape that you'd like to show 2/3 of. So we're going to start with a circle. Don't forget when you're creating your fraction needs to have equal parts. So we're going to split this circle up into 3 equal parts. Do the best you can. And in order to show 2/3 of this whole circle, we're going to shade in 2 out of 3 parts. So that's one way to show 2/3 as a visual fraction. All right, let's try a different way. We could also show 2/3 of a set. So if we had 3 stars, I knew to draw 3 stars because 3 is in the denominator and that's the total amount. And out of these 3 stars, you would be circling 2 of them to show the numerator. So here I have 2/3 of the stars circled. Another way you can draw 2/3 or any fraction is to show it on a number line. And in this case, we would start with 0, and at the end of our number line would represent 1 whole. In order to show 2/3 on the number line, we'd have to break the number line up into 3 parts, equal parts. And once we create 3 equal parts, you can see 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts. We can make an X on where 2/3 would be. So we know this is 1/3, and then this would be the 2/3. And there we have 2/3. So here are a few different ways to show the fraction 2/3. We could show it as a fraction of a whole, a fraction of a set, or we could show it on a number line. Now it's your turn. Take a scrap piece of paper, and on that scrap piece of paper, I would like you to show 3 different ways that you could represent the fraction 3/4. Pause the video for now, try the 3 different ways, and when you're ready to check your work, you can press play. Okay, so we are back, and here are some different ways that you could show 3/4. You might have found that you've already drawn one of these ways, but the first is you can draw 3/4 of a whole by splitting up a shape into 4 equal parts and shading in 3 of them. Okay, another way you might have drawn 3/4 or shown 3/4 is to show 3/4 of a set. And let's say you have x's, you have 4 total x's. In order to show 3/4 of them, you would circle 3 of them. And the last way that you might have decided to represent 3/4 is, of course, on our number line, splitting the number line into 4 equal parts and drawing an X on the 3/4. So check your work, and if you have any other ideas, I'd love to see them. Keep the paper you've drawn on, and I'd be happy for you to share it with me. Okay, let's try one more example. This time I'm looking for you to represent the fraction 4/6 in 3 different ways. Go ahead and pause the video after you take a scrap piece of paper out and show me your work. And then when you're ready to check your work, go ahead and press play. Okay, so you've had some time to go ahead and represent 4/6 in different ways. One way you can do that is to show me 4/6 of a whole. We'll use a circle and we'll split it up into how many parts? Whoops. Let's start that one again. How many parts should you be splitting your circle up into? If you said 6, you are correct. You would know that by looking at the denominator. Here we go. Let's try that again. So 6 equal parts. Okay, so there we go. About right, 6 equal parts. And you would be shading in 4 of them. Okay, after you try a fraction of a whole, the next thing you could go ahead and do is represent 4/6 as a fraction of a set using any type of object you can think of. Something simple would be best. For example, you might try circles, and you would draw how many circles? If you said 6, you were correct, and you would circle 4 of them to show 4/6 of the circles, or 4 out of the 6 circles are being selected. And then one last way you can show 4, 6 is to show it on a number line, starting with 0, ending with 1, and splitting that number line up into 6 equal parts, which could be a little tricky, and counting to the 4th tick mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this shows 4, 6.